It's time for a ship tour. So just like we did with Wish, I don't know if you watched that, I will go deck by deck, starting with deck 1. We're here right now. Deck 1, there are some staterooms and the health center and the tender lobbies where, you know, if you're in a port where you need to tender, it's here, or they will set up the gangways at one forward and aft to get off in various ports. Go up to deck 2. Here on deck 2, there are staterooms, and as you can see on the map here, a laundrette. That's pretty much all is here on deck 2, but it's my favorite place to have a room. Deck 3 is at the forward portion after hours, and as I learned from someone else's video, if you look in the after hours logo, the cup upside down, it's Sorcerer Mickey hat. So 3 forward after hours. We also have Sea Treasures, which isn't open very often, but it is open sometimes. And you can get pirate costumes, princess costumes. And then we have O'Gill's Pub, which is the Irish pub and where we got drinks last night. Sometimes they do trivia in here. I've never actually been in here. But they've got table games like chess, lots of tables, lots of booths, a bar, and sometimes in here they'll have bar snacks at night. On the other side of the stairwell, we have Keys, which is a piano bar, which is closed. The doors are closed right now, so I don't want to walk in there. But it's just another lounge. And then these portholes are so amazing. Actually, we got to bring the kids down here and get a picture of them in the porthole later today. Excuse the squeaky shoes. They're still wet from being outside. Nice hallway with, again, the after hours logo. And then we come to Fathoms, which is another lounge, but they do a lot of, game shows in here sometimes. And then the logos for each of the lounges. And we come to 3 midship. Again, excuse my squeaky shoes, I'm very sorry. Where we have the elevators. Over here, we have the Port Adventures desk. I'll come around to the carpet so you hear less squeaking. In the center of the lobby, we have the entrance to Lumiere's and the Captain Mickey statue. Morning. And over here, we have guest services in case you have any needs. They are open 24 hours. There's no one at the desk like early in the morning, but if you ring the bell, they're in the back. A nice seating area. And back to the tile floor. Again, I apologize. We're gonna make our way towards the aft of deck 3. So just past those windows, we have the entrance, the side entrance to Lumiere's, which is where we ate on the first night. And then there is a stairwell that goes up to 4 into shutters. And then we find ourselves in Promenade Lounge, where you can get drinks. At night, they have some live music. Ignore the copyrighted Pirates of the Caribbean music. And then the other night, we walked through here and they had like build your own like chips and salsa type of thing. 3 aft, we find ourselves at Rapunzel's Royal Table, where we will be dining tonight. And there's so much cool Rapunzel stuff. Look, the sun on the floor. the flower, the town. The snuggly duckling. Sketches of Rapunzel and Eugene or Flynn if you prefer. And of course Maximus and Rapunzel's tower. So here on deck 4 midship is D Lounge, where they do a lot of the game shows and trivia. And because it's empty right now, I figured I'd show it off for you a little bit. Deck 4 aft, we have the entrance to Animator's Palate and the Promenade deck, which I spend a lot of time on, but I've shown you that. It goes all the way around the ship. If the ship is moored, though, you will not be able to go around the front of the ship because that's where all the mooring gear is. So just forward, still aft, but just forward of Inner's Palette, we have Diamonds and Wishes, which is fancy jewelry. And then come in where you can view your photos from the cruise at Shutters. And then just forward of this is that stairwell that came up from 3. And Shutters Portrait Studio, where you can book an appointment and get a photo session. And then moving forward some more, we have the Vista Art Gallery, where there's some awesome pieces of art that you can purchase and take home. And the front entrance of D Lounge, which is on the side. But that's where I went to Mickey Mouse Trivia the other night, and they have game shows in there, and later today they're having Anyone Can Cook. I don't know if we're gonna go to it. We might, we'll see what happens. And then we find ourselves back in the atrium. Look at that chandelier up there, isn't it beautiful? There is the side or back entrance of D Lounge, even though it's in the front. Just forward of the lobby on deck 4, we have the shops. We have Mickey's Mainsail, which has your toys, your snacky stuff, bathing suits. It's where Christian got Stitch and where Bella got Minnie. And over here we have Whitecaps, which is more of your like kind of expensive stuff. There are bags and you know, the ship statue. There are some t-shirts and stuff in there, and there was a few designs for the Disney 100 in there as well. If you come around to this door, be able to see some of that. There's the Disney 100. And then we come to Preludes, which is on both sides, where you can get your pre-theater snacks. And then the entrance to the Walt Disney Theater. I'm gonna take you out on deck 4 real quick. So as I mentioned, here is the promenade deck, where there is not any copyrighted music. There's a lot of lounge chairs and benches, shuffleboard, beautiful view. And then if we come in this direction, you'll think you're going somewhere you're not supposed to. Don't worry, this is the jogging path. You are allowed to walk back here. Take you up to the ramp, where it will be the last place you can get to if the ship is having mooring procedures in progress, or the first night for New Orleans. And probably tonight we won't be able to go all the way forward after a certain time because we will be on the river. Sorry, I had to move out of the way for a runner. As a fellow runner, I appreciate that. Anyway, so here is the ramp, and here is the sign that you will see if you cannot go this way. And then you just turn around. Last night we had to turn around because they were working on something on part of the deck, and that's fine. They are just doing their job and making sure the ship is in ship shape. But come down here and see all of this big equipment. deck 5 forward, we have staterooms. And then as we make our way this way, which is aft, towards midship, we find some crew member only sections and some super cool art on the wall. There's art everywhere and it's all so amazing. Like, can you believe that? That's a lot of coffee. This art happens to have really cool facts about coffee, about how much it weighs, that they make their own fresh water, how fast it can go, how much paint it takes to cover a ship. 2,000 American homes could be covered by the amount of paint on the ship. Look how many pillows there are. $5,000 eggs every day. That's crazy. The anchor weighs the same as 3 elephants. And this is how tall the ship is now. Everyone says, oh, it's the small ship. Yeah, but look, it's almost as tall as the Eiffel Tower. 5 midship, we find the entrance to the Oceaneer Lab, which we showed you the other day. And then this little place where you can come and look down into the lobby. Sometimes characters come stand here too. Morning. Gonna make our way aft some more. Where we find the entrance to the Oceaneer Club, which the children love. And they will be spending some more time there. They're always asking to go to the club. And then we find, oh, sorry, the floor went up there. Find the entrance to It's a Small World Nursery, which we showed on the first day. And then the Buena Vista Theater, which we popped into as well on the first day because there's no one in there. And some very comfy seating, as well as the boards that will show you what is playing throughout the voyage. When they are about to show a movie, they will open up this popcorn cart, and they will have popcorn and some small snacks. And then we find our way at 5 aft, which is where there are some restrooms, and back there are some staterooms. The very first time we sailed on the Magic, our stateroom was actually down that hallway. Deck 6, 7, and 8. Sounds right, are all staterooms. Deck 6 has a laundrette, as you can see. It's also where our stateroom happens to be. Okay, deck 9. We have the entrance to cabanas and a lot of people being up because they don't know what time it is. Sorry about the door. We have the beverage station and the nephew's splash zone, the twist and spout water slide, and the aqua lab. Just behind the aqua lab, we have the duck and diner, where you'll get shawarma, hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken tenders, all that good stuff. There's also a hand washing station right here. And then back over there is Daisy's Delights, where they have sandwiches, fresh fruit, bowl station. Frozone Treats is just forward of that, or you can get smoothies and stuff like that. And then this opens up as ice cream around lunchtime. There's another hand washing station over here. And then up this ramp, we have bar that I can't remember the name of. I don't even know if it actually has a name. And then Pinocchio's Pizzeria. And then we turn this way where we find the family hot tubs and the Goofy pool, as well as Funnel Vision. By the midship doors, right under Funnel Vision, is the entrance to Edge. We may or may not pop in there later. It is the tween club for 11 to 13-year-olds. And then just forward of that, we have the Quiet Cove where we sat last night, the adult-only area, and I am very much an adult, so nice seating off to the side, and then the comfy pool seating, as well as the pool and hot tubs, which open at 7, and right now it is 6:45, even though everybody thinks it's 7:45. And then there is the Signals bar area, which has some nice seating with some nautical pillows. Forward of that, we have the Senses Spa. Morning. Good. Where if we come this way, it will take you to the fitness center. And obviously there are treatment rooms for the spa. There is water and tea. More treatment rooms that way. The rainforest room is here. You can buy a pass for that. I don't know if they are back to having day passes, but I know you can buy one for the length of the cruise. Men's changing room. No, let's pop into the women's changing room. I made sure there was no one in here. So there are restrooms, lockers, and then in here there are some loungers, some showers, and a scale in case you want to know how much weight you've gained while on the cruise. And then the gentle sauna. There are a bunch of people in here working out, so I'm not going to take too much video, but this is the fitness center where there are lots of treadmills and bikes, and the view on the front treadmills is amazing. Okay, 9 to 10, we have the stairs to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and the Cinderella painting. We find ourselves at Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, where your little prince or princess can get a makeover. Okay, we come out the forward doors on 10. We find ourselves at Wide World of Sports deck. Play foosball, ping pong, basketball, and it's not windy up here, which is surprising because it's normally really windy up here. And then you can also come all the way, well, not all the way to the front of the ship, I'll show you, but you can come to the very front of deck 10 as long as it's not too windy. If it's too windy, they will shut down this area at the front of the ship. So you can come out here, take in the view. Down there we have a not so hidden Mickey and the crew pool. It's very rare that you'll actually see people in it, but you might come up here every once in a while and there might be someone in it. Okay. Behind this is the stairs where we came out from Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. You can look down into the Quiet Cove area. It is very bright. And back there, up on deck 10 is the Concierge Lounge, and down on 9 is the Cove Cafe, which is for adults only, where you can get your coffees, specialty coffees, and other drinks like that. We have the very cool Disney Cruise Line emblem and the horn, the entrance to the Aqua Dunk, which is that slide right there where the floor drops out from under you. And then if we come in this door, it's where we can access Vibe. So Vibe is actually up their stairs. I don't know. I'm sorry, it's up those. No. That's concierge. I don't know if we're gonna go into Vibe or not. And then the radio studio. That's all that's in this little funnel area of deck 10, and technically Vibe is on deck 11. Because of the time change, there's a lot of people up, but I'll show you a little bit in here of Cove Cafe. There's some nice seating, coffee bar, and pastries. Cranberry slice is amazing. Deck 10 aft is where we find the entrance to the Twist and Spout slide. It is closed right now, obviously, but if you go back that way and you go up that stairwell, and the top of the slide's all the way up there. Keep making our way aft, and the only thing left is Paulo. The lone door to get in to that side of the ship is on the starboard side, but we'll see if any of the windows are open. I mean, we showed you us eating in there the other day, but there you go. You can kind of see, well, not really, just reflection. But there is Paulo, and then there's a ton of just open deck space back here, and I'm about to get blinded. Okay, the starboard side aft door on 10 brings you to the entrance to Paulo. And the elevators and aft stairs. And that is the ship.